the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Everyone, and wherever you are tuning in from, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Micronesia's INCRadio Satellite Studio. If you are new to our broadcast, I am Sister Anne from the local congregation of Machanao, and I hope everyone is looking forward to our broadcast tonight. But before we dive into our topic for the evening, I do want to introduce my other crew member here with me, Brother RY. Can you please introduce yourself to everyone tuning in?
Thank you, Sister Anne. I am Brother John from the local congregation of Saipan, and also I'll be one of the crew members here in INCRadio Micronesia, and I'll be assisting Sister Anne in today's podcast.
Yes, thank you, Brother Arway. And yes, we are very excited to announce our topic for the evening, which is sharing the digital world across generations. It's a little bit of a continuation from last week's broadcast. So we're looking forward to discussing this with all of you. So without further ado, I want to finally introduce our guest this evening. Sister Faye, can you please introduce yourself and state any hobbies you may have, as well as your offices and other aspects about your life?
Hi everyone, my name is Sister Faye. I am Sister Anne's best friend or her sister. Some hobbies that I have, I love working on the computer and like creating designs, right? We love working together, creating designs, and then I love watching movies with my family, which I also use technology for. So I think this is a fun topic to talk about.
Yes, and that's why I think you're perfect for this topic this evening. So thank you, Sister Faye. And you are a very familiar face here on IC Radio, so thank you again for joining us here today. Now, I want to jump right into our discussion for the evening because we were talking about this earlier, and I feel like our generation has been very blessed when it comes to like the digital world, and I feel like our lives are made easier to connect with others digitally. So I want to ask you, how can technology be used to bring together different generations around common interests?
So just like you, I also feel very blessed with our generation because we have technology and it just continues to grow and make life easier for us. And so one thing that is important with technology in why it brings us together is that it helps us connect with one another.
Yes.
It helps us bond more together with our common interests. And I think that when we connect with one another, it's very important for our life. But most importantly, it's important for having a happy life, right? Yeah. I think that there's studies that also show that people who connect more with other people, they feel happier. So I think technology is important.
Yeah, I can relate to that because I feel like even when you want to be like independent and it's good to be independent, but then you also need that support system too. And it's good that we have technology to help us kind of like be together in that sense of like unity, and it really brings us together. So.
Yeah, and we're always traveling too, so I think having technology to make us feel connected, even though for different islands, thousands and thousands of miles away from our families and our friends, having technology helps us keep our common interests with other people and just like update everyone on each other's lives. I think it even shows like through the creation of the telephone, right? It only kept advancing because it's important in connecting one another, right? I think it's also important like in art and music, photography and film. And you just see like how much technology advances because it just continues to keep us connecting with one another.
Yes, I agree with you. Like adding on to that, I love how you mentioned that human connection is like essential part of life, and it's true. I feel like we need that connection with each other, and it can be enhanced with the help of technology. I want to ask Brother RY if you have like some insight regarding this question. How do you think that technology kind of brings different generations together with common interests?
I agree on Sister Faye when she said like it helps us to connect with other people as well because I live in Saipan and I live with my parents and with my siblings, but my grandparents are in the Philippines. All of them are far away from mine, from us. So I feel like having this technology brought us that bond, and then technology allow us to always to check on them, especially anytime, anywhere. So I feel like technology really brings different generation together in
Yeah.
order to, to check each other, to check like, are you okay? Or are you doing good? I feel like
Yeah.
it's really important, especially in this generation, because sometimes it's really hard, especially work, you need to travel, like what you said, Sister Anne,
Mhm.
and you guys always travel. I feel like it's really important to bring us together.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know, brother RY. Do you remember the times when they had like the calling card? So you would
Oh
have to like
yeah,
pay money to
for
call your
overseas,
family
right?
overseas.
Oh,
Did you
yes,
experience
yes,
that?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but now it's much easier, right? We don't
Yeah.
have to buy that anymore. You can just connect through
Mhm.
FaceTime or
Yeah.
through like online.
And it's so adding on to that, it was also hard back then because those calling cards were also like limited time.
Oh
Like it's
yeah.
like 10 minutes each, I think, and like you would just hear the phone go beep, your time is up, and it's like that's why it's so nice that our modern world is so like advanced,
Yeah.
and
It saves money.
yeah, it saves money, yeah,
Saves
because
money and
yeah, because you don't have to constantly buy the calling card. But I do want to add also to this first question because I actually watched a film last night, and it kind of connects to different generations, and we see how technology plays a part in like differences, but also connects us together with common interests. And in the film, there's an old man, and he's listening to a cassette tape with his favorite song, and his niece is there, and she asked him, what is this song on Spotify? And then he replied saying, "Oh, I'm not sure. Where is that at?" So like, it's funny how like the older generations they don't really know like the advanced like apps or how we listen to music, but they all had that common interest of like music. Like we, even though it's like different media, that's how we share with each other our common interests. And since this does show the power of technology by creating a sense of like togetherness and connection, Sister Faye, I want to ask you, in your own opinion, why do you believe that learning about technology is important for everyone, and how can we make it easier for all ages to understand?
technology, right? We're using it all the time, like every day, every second. Even right now, we're using technology.
Mm-hmm.
So even like it kind of connects with the question earlier, or it kind of answered it all already. Technology brings each of us together through different generations, and it helps us bond more together through our common interests. And it really does prove to make life easier for
Yeah.
students. We've experienced that in making projects. Technology helped us um, research. It helped us put together information that we learned. One of my favorite things, or my my favorite ways to use technology, it can actually read for you.
Yeah.
So
that's
you
true.
could just be doing multitasking and doing other things, and then you just press a button, and then it can just read
For you, and even
read
write
for
it, type
you.
it out
It
for
can
you
even type
also.
it out for you.
Yeah,
So it
that's
just
true.
really makes life easier. But not only in school, right? Even in work, you have to connect through meetings in different islands or
Yeah.
different states, and it just helps you develop your skills more, right?
It's
Sister
a
Anne?
very a convenient way to connect with others, no
Mhm.
matter what aspect it is.
Yeah.
But we do want to ask, Brother Arway, at the Faye did mention that her favorite way to use technology. Do you have a favorite way to use technology?
Yes, sister, but I also want to add on that part where why technology is really important nowadays. Because like
Mm-hmm.
like in my time, I need a job. So I feel like in technology, just just go to the internet, you will find different jobs. And then it is easier for us. Also, for us to get the news, the information that we need is really easy for us. That's why I think that technology is really we really need to learn about technology because it's actually the convenient way nowadays because everything I
Mhm.
feel like is relying on technology. So I feel like
Yeah, that's so
technology is
true.
really important and I feel like it will be easier for us to learn technology in a way that I remember this one example that my
Mhm.
Lola, because I'm a Lola's boy, back in the
Oh
Philippines,
yeah.
Oh,
my Lola
mhm,
my Lola, she cannot really use phone. She only use phone
Mhm.
on games. So
Yeah.
we bought her a phone so that anytime that there's an emergency or like we need her to, to call her, she can
mhm,
answer us. But that time she's
Mhm.
like old and she really doesn't know how to use technology. So
Yeah.
before, I feel like it will be easier for us in different generation if we talk nicely and then teach nicely. And I feel like if we teach different person in the way that they learn on their own way, I feel like
mhm.
Mhm.
it will be easier for them. Teach them on like step by step, not to rush
Yeah.
them because I feel like everyone has
Yeah.
their own process in learning technology as well. But
Yeah.
in answering Sister Anne on the question like what's my favorite usage in technology, I feel like it will be, sharing our faith also because we use
Yeah.
technology, we have different INC pages, official pages that we
Mhm.
can share online, and then this one is really important. And also, I feel like the looking for jobs. I also mentioned that also the INC media like this. I feel like
Yeah.
it's really important in technology. We
Yeah.
also have in technology we also participate in different activities in
Mhm.
using
Yeah.
technology. I feel like this technology, I feel like brings us together in an easy way and convenient
Mhm.
way as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's so true. We agree as well. We always talk about it, and even before, like when we're still younger and we're still trying to like understand how to use the internet.
Yeah.
I think if I'm not mistaken, like INC Media was still like being developed more,
Mhm.
and so like
It was just first launching
yeah,
out.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so like when it I think this was during the time when you would have to like unplug the telephone or the fax
Mhm.
wire and connect it to your computer
Yeah. In
to
order for it to work.
yeah to
Yeah.
go to the internet. I
Mhm.
think that was like within the
Yeah.
time.
I wonder if RY is old enough. Brother
Yeah.
RY, are you old enough? Do you remember that in your time? Or are you still too young for that?
Did you ever have to
I
like
feel
take
like
out
I'm
a
too
cord?
young, ate. Because the
Okay.
only one that I experience, load. Like you go to the
Oh,
Oh
store
yeah,
and
yeah.
then
I
yeah.
say
remember.
load
Yeah.
20 pesos and then it will give you a limited time to connect on the internet. That's the only and my
Oh.
first phone is the keyboard one. So I actually
Oh.
Yeah.
didn't I actually learned to how to use
Mhm.
technology step by step. So I feel like it just
Yeah.
brings back so many memories as well in using technology before.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
really amazing like how much it's grown in just like a few
Mhm.
years,
Yeah.
right? And then like seeing how much like INC Media gets to help
Mhm.
so many people like,
Yeah.
get to share our faith and like really learn and feel inspired. So that's
Mhm.
really like the favorite thing also the reason why we have technology.
Yeah.
I think another thing that I also forgot to add was that technology it helps us also like take care of our families that are
Yeah.
sick. I
Mhm.
think to understand why technology is so important, we have to also understand like
The
how life would
ben
be. Yeah, like
the
if
benefits. Yeah.
yeah, because if we didn't have technology, you know, treat having treatment for different illnesses
It
wouldn't
would
be
be
able to be.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be possible. Even flying, getting a flight for like your airplane, sometimes it might be more difficult.
Mhm.
Or learning about like storms, like getting the most updated information, especially for us here on the island, right, brother RY, is really hard to. It's important for us
To have that
to
digital.
know, yeah,
Yeah.
to know the information right away.
Mhm.
And so I think it's really important to have technology. But
Yes.
also going back to like why it's important or like to teach others about technology. Brother RY already said most of it, right?
Yeah.
And like how to teach like our lolos and lolas, like our grandparents.
Yeah.
I think Brother RY mentioned a lot of good
Mhm.
pointers, like go at the right pace for
Mhm.
them and to be
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's important that like
Yeah.
even if they're having a hard time or even when they do make like
Yeah.
improvements, it's good to give them positive
Yeah.
feedback or
Especially
reinforcement.
especially with when it comes to like older generations, they may not learn it as fast as our generation. So it's really,
Mhm.
that's why I like what Brother Arwine, what you mentioned also, is
Mhm.
being really patient with them and knowing
Yeah.
how to, like what Brother Arwine said, have a personalized
Mhm.
way of teaching them about
Mhm.
the digital world.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's really important. And also I think to add to what Brother Arwen, what you were saying about your favorite part about
Oh yeah, we forgot to
technology.
ask you.
No, it's
Sorry.
okay. It's okay. But I think it's a place where we can really search like about inspiration. Like for me, I use the app Pinterest to search for like my inspiration,
Oh yeah.
and also like what you guys also mentioned that IT radio, like we can reach out to other people all around the world and have different topics to talk about. So I think we've been so blessed to be in the root of seeing the growth of the digital world. So I think that's really something that we can see. It's
Mhm.
been really beneficial in our generation as well as the other generations too who are learning.
Yes. Do
Me
you
too.
have anything?
Can I add
Oh,
something, Ate?
oh yeah, go ahead, Brother
Yes,
RY.
this is just a random, like, have you experienced the phone in the
Mhm.
keyboard and then there's an antenna on the phone?
Oh yes,
Oh yeah.
yes. I remember. And then you had
And
to
then
try
you
to.
watch the news. Yes, you watch the news. And I
Yes.
feel like just like what you said, Sister Anne, I feel like it's just really amazing that we're part of how technology grow and evolve,
Yeah.
especially before I remember having that phone. And then I really watch on news and then news that on that real little screen that I have an antenna. And then sometimes I really need to find signal in order
Yeah.
to get the clear video and audio of that news. And then
Yeah.
just imagine now that we had this platform, different platform,
Mhm.
especially
Yeah.
INCRadio Micronesia, to
Mhm.
to share different news and to share different experiences that we have in life as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's so true. Also with the help of Wi-Fi, it makes it easier instead of having to deal with like the old school antennas and
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah.
I think that's really the growth is really nice to
Mhm.
see.
I don't know if I mentioned earlier, one of the things that I love about technology too is that we're able to like store our pictures
Oh yes,
online, right?
yes,
It makes it easier
yeah,
because before, I think, is that what the floppy disk was for? Is like to store like
yeah.
documents, right?
Yeah,
It's kind of like a USB.
Mm-hmm.
We never had to use it, but we always saw it. So now that we could save it on technology, it helps a lot.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Mhm.
But we want to kind of play a game right
yeah.
now so that we can see what we would prefer. So I want to play this game with our crew members and our guests. It's called "What Works Best for You," and where will be we will be given a prompt, and we will choose which option works best for us. So, for example, when looking for directions, what do you prefer? Map on your phone or ask for directions and react with a heart if you agree with the first option and a thumbs up if you agree with the second option. Okay, guys, so let's see what the first option is. Okay, the first one is when searching for something, do you prefer manually search or ask voice assistants? I think.
What's the first? Is it the is part?
I think I would go for manually because it's more
Or
accurate.
sometimes, yes, I
Yeah.
like it too. Usually that's the one I go for. But if I'm having like a really like funny kind of day and I want to talk to like Siri,
Yeah, you ask
then I'll
her this.
ask her.
Yeah, for that. But I think for if you're searching for something like
Mhm.
seriously, then maybe like manually.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one is shopping online or in store.
It depends.
I think it depends. I
Yeah.
think in both.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
online. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
How,
can I do
how you are?
both?
Why do you think in store
I
or
feel like
yeah
I
or
like buying in store because the
yeah
thing is like I have a trauma in online shopping, so sometimes you order a shirt, but it's a smaller size or bigger size,
yeah
you know, and then
yeah
like
I
you order a food and then you expect it's gonna be big, but like when it comes to
yeah.
oh, it's small, and then I
Mhm.
feel like I feel like also in stores, I feel like I can see what I really need to because sometimes in
Yeah.
online, sometimes like I see so much things and then I'm
yeah.
gonna buy it,
Ah,
but
And
it's
then
sometimes it's unnecessary to buy it.
yeah, and
yeah.
when you get it, it's not how you envisioned it online. So like I
Yeah.
think
Yes,
I prefer
yes.
in store also because the
Yeah.
experience
With
also.
with clothing, it's important to do
In
in
store, yeah. I think it
yeah.
depends on what you're
Yeah,
buying.
but we've also been a victim of like having like scrolling too long for online
Yeah,
shopping.
so that's why
So it's sometimes it depends. There's pros and cons to both.
yeah. And also, the next one is TV shows, cable TV or online streaming. I think
Online streaming now.
Yes. And then the next one is service books, ebooks, or printed. I think printed.
I like printed
Yeah.
also.
It's also the
How-
experience of the smell
yeah.
of the book and everything.
Yeah. How about you? Look,
Yes.
what's your reasoning for this one, Brother Harvey?
Yeah.
I feel like printed because I have visual learnings. Like I feel like I learn more
Oh,
on
Yeah.
having
When
the actual
yeah.
book beside me, not in online.
Mhm.
Also, because I'm actually kind of like a old style, so I really like to write, like on my own. So I feel like
yeah.
having a book beside us is good, but like sometimes if the book is so thick, sometimes it's really hard to carry. But I
Yeah.
feel like it's
Yeah.
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 But it's
I'm so
satisfying
good.
when you turn the page, right?
Yeah, and you can
And
see like you can
Yes.
how
physically
far.
see your progress.
Yeah, your progress.
So.
The next one is learning a tutorial through a video or reading. I think
Oh,
through a video.
I think a video also. I
Yeah.
think you're the
visuals.
witness that I cannot really read for a long time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Watching videos probably better.
Yeah.
But then
It
also in the movie though, I also fall asleep. So it depends.
Yeah, I think seeing it visually helps us
Yeah.
learn. The next one is um calendars, digital calendar or paper calendar. I think I like paper.
It depends.
Yeah.
I think
Or-
I'll say both.
Yeah.
Me
Because I
too.
like
I feel
writing
like I'm
also
gonna
like
be
brother.
both. I feel like I'm gonna be both as well, because sometimes it actually depends. Like, for example, I don't have my pen or I have my laptop
Yeah.
beside me. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm gonna use digital instead of,
Yeah.
handwriting. So I feel like is what is the
It's
scenario
both.
is.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and because Brother RY is very talented, right, in drawing.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's why I was like,
Yes,
that's why he
I
has a
really like
very
writing. Even my
talented.
hand
Yeah.
hurts. I like writing. Writing is life.
Yeah, and like yeah, because there's like limitations to computers, like the notes that you can write there.
Yeah, but
Right.
there you can make your own design however you want it. So I think
Yeah.
that's the fun of it.
But I think for like technology or like online calendars, it's good because what I've experienced, like for work, for example,
It reminds you
if you have a
updates.
meeting, it will tell you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's
So
true
it
too.
does the work for you
Mhm.
also.
So I think it depends. We do have one last one: online games or board games. I think
I love both. But more
I
board
think board games because I'm old school.
I'm different.
Yeah.
I'm online games. I'm online games. Because I feel
Yes.
like our generation start on online games, and
Oh
sometimes
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I rarely play board games. I didn't even know
Oh.
Yeah.
how to play chess.
We
It's
Sorry
should
guys,
play
sorry
We'll
guys,
teach
sorry
you.
guys.
We'll teach you RY.
Because
We'll play one.
we actually in the mainland we have a collection of board games
Yeah.
because we love board games so
Yeah,
much.
so-
Even if they're like little tiny.
Yeah. I think I'm in between also.
Mhm.
But I think that was our last one. So I want to thank our guest and RY for helping us play this game. So we hope everyone all viewing also had fun. So let's see what's been going on in our YouTube comments with Brother RY.
Okay, thank you, Sister Anne, and I hope our brethren watching us tonight is enjoying our broadcast tonight. But here are some comments that I've been reading throughout the live broadcast. There's so much people in the broadcast, so I will be reading the greetings first. Um, from Brother Leonardo Cristobal, hashtag San Jose, hashtag Buklod. We also have Sister Angie Arcelis, hashtag Mangilao, hashtag Micronesia. We also have Brother Jodel de la Peña. He said, shoutout po sa Munar family. Ingat po sa biyahe, hashtag Kajef and hashtag Kajan. Safe flight po, Kajef. We'll miss you po. Also, we have Sister Krisha, hashtag Cobblerville, hashtag CWS, and hashtag choir. We also have Brother Ronick Lizardo, one of the ministers in San Jose. He said, technology makes a lot of things easier. I really agree on that. Like, really easy. We can access everything in one tap. Hashtag San Jose and hashtag Micronesia. We also have Sister Mika Giang. She said, po, miss you po, Kajep and Kajan Monar. We also have Sister Loy Cruz. Hi, Sister Loy Cruz. She said hashtag San Jose and hashtag technology make us life easy, especially now doing office inside the church, doing reports now for LCCS. We really have to learn po the technology now in our time. I really agree on that, especially also in DMM. I feel like technology is really important. Also, we have some hashtags from Michelle Gia, hashtag Garpan, hashtag Buklod. We also have Sister Erin Villegas. She said, hello po Ate Michelle Malabanan, hashtag Garpan, hashtag Buklod. We also have Brother Mariel Madrid, hashtag Garpan, and he said, Kajab Muna and family po, happy and safe travel po, we will miss you po. And then we also have Sister Kisha. She said, yes, technology allow us to keep the close back bond with our family. We also have um Sister Hershey Hidalgo. She said, hello po from Manilao and hashtag Micronesia. And that's all for now, sister. But I promise to you, there's a lot. But I'm really happy to see everyone participating, and I hope to see you guys again next week.
Yes, thank you, Brother RY, for sharing with us our YouTube comments for today. Now let's see what our district has been up to in our CFO in action.
CFO in action.
So for this week, our district had a CBI special gathering on Friday, October 11, where the brethren were able to hear spiritual advice from the church administration. So we hope everyone was able to be strengthened by the reminders that were taught to us by our spiritual leaders. Now let's see what's next in Micronesia's lineup. We have a Care for Humanity on Friday, October 25. So we hope everyone is looking forward to these activities. For our next segment, we will be announcing the previous winners for the most supportive and hashtag winners next week. So let's have Sister Faye invite everyone to next week's broadcast.
Yes, so for our broadcast next week, everyone, you're invited. It will be on Saturday, October 19, 2024 at 10 p.m. Chamorro Standard Time. And the title will be Acts of Kindness. So hope to see you all there next week.
Yes, thank you, Sister Faye. Now we want to continue with our end of the show greetings and thank yous, starting with our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, as well as our SEPC, CO, and CFO Coordinator, Brother Angelo Eranio Manalo. And we do have more greetings with Brother RY.
We also have our district minister, Brother Jobin Sipilio Jr. We also have our assistant district minister, Brother Julius Malabanan. We also have our CFO overseer, Brother Daniel Jeffrey Munar. We also have our DMA advisor, Brother Roger Villegas Jr. And our crew members here in Saipan, Sister Gwen, Bam, Jillian, and Brother Matt, Judah, and Brother Husky. We also have crew members in Guam, which is Sister Arlene, Sister Anne, Sister Faye, Sister Evie, and Sister Maria, and Brother Randy, Michael, and Sean. And we also have our executive producer, Brother Emmanuel Andaya.
Yes, thank you, Brother RY, and thank you to all those who have been tuning into our broadcast. Our show is not coming to an end, so we want to say good night, Micronesia, and coming up next is Washington D.C. Satellite Studio. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you for watching po.
Thank you.